Yep, video to deck. This is audio slate for dive 1884. UTC time is 021307. Mark.
Okay, let's get this guy going now.
Oh, yeah?
Oops. Close. Run. Great, we got Herc sonar. Let's try this.
What do you like to see, ROV here?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Whoop, yep, I knew that.
Aloha, everyone following along around the world. Thanks for tuning in to nautiluslive.org. We're so excited to have launched our vehicles. ROVs Argus and Hercules are underwater and are descending to our first dive site of our first dive of this expedition, NA134. We are in Papahanaumokuakea Marine National Monument, and we are so privileged to be here. It has taken a number of efforts from many different organizations, including all 4 trustees of the monument themselves, for us to be here. You can read more about the name of our expedition, Lu'ua Ia Akiki Ikapapaku, on our website.
Sure, just wherever it looks nice. I'm just thinking like the lights, you know? Yeah, throw it into the light pool. Maybe we get a beauty shot. Okay, those are all good. It's on. Da, da, da. Cool. All right, you can get the other dive log figured out now if you want. So if you go into that tab, there should be a Google Sheets general open the folder action somewhere. Sure, it's in the same folder as that dive log. I think if you hit the big green box on the top left. Yeah, that action. Perhaps I'm a liar, but we'll find out. Look at that action. And then you want 134, yeah. And if you open both at once, you can copy from the old line into the new line, you know, all that fun stuff. What's that? Hit the green button. That's not just the folder. I think that's all recent sheets. Okay. Okay, nice. That sheet? Or yeah, by cruise, and we make a new tab. So here's the other way I set you up for failure. In the new template there, you can copy that over and make a new tab for each dive number, similar to the old sheet. So right now there's one already called H1884. There was a problem. Is that the template? That's us, yep. Sure, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Cool, 65 minutes until bottom. We're good. One more time. We have Herc's mezzo, yeah. Argus mezzo is off.
So what's up with it? Is it causing problems?
Yeah.
Yeah? You want to talk about it? Not so much?
What's that?
You don't want to talk about it?
Well, we'll just have to reset it when we go back up on deck.
Okay, little problem.
Yeah.
Little problem. Small problem.
A minor annoyance.
Frustration even.
Are you on SPL?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I couldn't hear Antonella.
Hello, everybody. This is Afrodita Fuentes, your Science Communication Fellow. Here with Dr. Christopher Kelly. Dr. Kelly, can you tell us the objectives for this?
Sure. And the first thing is from now on, it's Chris. You don't have. Let's make it simple.
Okay, Chris.
Anyway, this is Chris. So our science objectives today are we're going to drop on the seamount that had never been mapped before until earlier this morning, very early this morning. And we are now descending to land on a ridge that's sort of oriented northwest on the side of the summit of the seamount. We're going to drop to a depth of 2,700 meters, and we're going to run a transect up along this ridge. It's a very sharp ridge, and we're hoping to see lots of corals, lots of sponges, lots of creatures, and we're also hoping to see some really great rocks to sample because we don't know anything about the seamount, its age, how it formed, anything, and we need to find that out. And the only way to do that is to get some rock samples. If we happen to see a weird creature that we don't recognize, we may stop and try to collect that. And if we do, we're going to ask permission in Hawaiian, and hopefully I won't butcher it too much here. And then we'll go on and we'll make the collection, usually a very small piece of the animal, if it's a coral or a sponge. And we'll put that in our boxes and secure it, and we will continue on and we'll continue exploring the seamount and find out what's here. Yep, I am very excited. It's actually been 3 years since I did one of these cruises. I was on the Nautilus in 2018. I've had a little dry spell. It's called sort of retirement, but but I'm ready to go here. I'm itching, and
Great. Well, it's an honor for me to do my first conversation here live on Nautilus Live, and along with you.
Well,
So
likewise.
thank you.
I mean, we've got a great crew up front here, the pilots. And they'll do some introductions, presumably, as we get a little bit later down toward the bottom. And we've got some new tools and new toys on this that we're getting familiar with, too. The technology is amazing. And we'll get used to that.
Like that scoop. It's going to take some getting used to, but I think we can make it.
Yeah, that's right, like that scoop.
Good looking scoop.
It's a really high-tech plastic scoop with a little taped handle on it. So,
Yeah.
but
Ready
no,
for science.
But yeah, we've got a number of objectives on this particular cruise. You know, we're going to be collecting rocks, but the entire rock is going to be used for one thing or another. One of the things we're going to do is try to date this seamount by looking inside in the core of the rock and trying to find some really old basalt. And that's going to go to a laboratory that specializes in dating these very old seamounts. And then also this crust that forms over the surface of the rock. We've got a microbiologist on board, Dr. Beth Orcutt, and she's very interested in looking at the microorganisms that live in and on the crust. And so she's going to be using that part of the rock, which normally we would discard because it's not good for aging. But we are delighted that she's going to make use of that part of the rock. And we're hoping to see these beautiful communities and capture them on video. And then all of the video is going to be annotated in a laboratory in the University of Hawaii. And by annotated, I mean we've got a crew of 3 people there that are going to extract and wring out every tiny drop of data they can get from that video, and that will be submitted to an international database that's part of the Deep Sea Coral and Technology Program. That's a NOAA program, and it'll be an online database that anybody can access. And so we're going to use the video, and we also hope to collect some animals. We're collecting water samples for DNA analysis. So we've got a very, very ambitious program that hopefully you folks will enjoy when we get to the bottom. For those of you who may not be looking at some of the screens, the data screens, we just passed 1,000 meters and we're heading to 2,700 meters. So we've got another 1,700 meters to go before we hit bottom. So in the meantime, we might see some unusual animals in the water column. So keep your eye peeled on the screen. I think I just saw something like a small jellyfish that goes by. There's always a lot of animals in the water column. There is a fish, I believe, that just swam by.
Might have been. He's trying to race us. I think he's... Oh,
Yeah.
There's another one.
Oh, there's another one. Look at that. Wow. How's that for on cue? Just mentioned we might see something.
He's totally racing you now.
Still there.
Yeah, much faster. Come back, little guy.
Some of you
Show us the way.
Some of you may be wondering what that triangle is at the top of the screen. Well, it's not really a triangle. It's actually laser beams, and we use that as a measuring scale. Now, when we're in water, they just keep going on forever, so we can't really get really good measurements unless they're on some object. The lasers are a green laser. They're completely harmless to any of the animals, nothing to worry about, but they're very, very useful to us.
Yeah, there's quite a few jellyfish passing by.
We've got a bunch of people who are in the chat line here, and I just see that Meredith Everett has joined us. She's a geneticist, and she's one of the people that's going to analyze the water samples for something that's called eDNA, or environmental DNA. And she's got a very cool project. We'll talk about that perhaps when we grab one of the water samples and explain to you what we're doing.
Hey, Meredith, you're about an hour early.
Yep, and there she is. She knows, she's eager. All of us are really eager. First dive here in this wonderful place, the Papahanao Mokuakea Marine National Monument. Meredith is on the west coast, and she's hoping we're still going by the wee west coast hours tomorrow morning, and I think we will be. Right now, we're looking at well, it's very flexible. It's all going to depend on what we see, but we're looking for at least a 12-hour dive today, and so hopefully we will be going. If it's really boring and everybody's yawning, which almost never happens. But in case that happens, we might pull up a bit early. Or if it's super exciting, we've got corals and sponges out the wazoo and beautiful rocks and pillow formations, we may extend the dive and go a bit longer.
Chris, do you think this is a good time to introduce our ROV pilots?
Absolutely.
And maybe we'll go around the room introducing ourselves. We'll start with the ROV pilots.
Do you want to go first or second, Antonella? All right. Hi, I'm Trevor. I'm Trevor Shepard. I am sitting in the Herc seat right now. What else can I say? I don't know. That's where I am. That's who I am. This is my 6th, 7th, I don't know, year on Nautilus. And I'm excited to be here on the first dive.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. And on Hercules, we have Antonella.
Hi, I'm Antonella. I'm actually on Argus.
Argus. Oh, I'm
right
sorry.
now.
Argus. Yes.
This is my 3rd season on Nautilus.
Great. How are you feeling right now, Antonella?
Excited to be back at sea.
Great. You guys have done a lot of hard work. I see you running around getting our stars of the show going. So thank you for all the hard work. And next we have, how about the navigators?
Hi, I'm Erin Heffron. I'm in the navigator seat right now. 6th year on Nautilus as a navigator and mapper.
Great, thank you, Erin. And in the video team we have
Another Erin. My name is Erin Rainey, and I am the video engineer during the 4 to 8 watch. And this is my 4th year.
Great, thank you, Erin. And in our as a data logger, we have.
Yeah, aloha. My name is Kainalu, and I'll be you guys folks' data logger. And really excited to be out here. This is my first time on the Nautilus. Yeah, so super stoked.
Great. And we also have Andy. Is Andy? I thought I saw
aloha. Aloha, kako. My name is Andy Collins, and I'm the education coordinator for Papahanao Mokuakea Marine National Monument, and work for the Office of National Marine Sanctuaries. And I am very excited to be here. This is my 2nd deep sea expedition. The other one was with Schmidt Ocean Institute. So my first time on the Nautilus, and I'm very excited to be here and to share this experience with all of you. Mahalo.
Great. Thank you, Andy. So do we have any other questions from your side, Chris?
Yeah, right now, I was talking quite a bit earlier, so I was going to let some other people talk. And there's plenty of people who like to hear the pilots and the videographers interact with each other, communicating, because it's really amazing technology that these people have mastered. And so I'm going to let them, talk a bit if they have a few things to say.
I don't know. I was really enjoying your talk.
We'll have plenty of operations talk when we're at the bottom. This is the time for science, general science chatter.
Yeah, we'll be busy talking away very soon.
Are there any pieces, new equipment that you are excited to try, Erin?
I'm all about the scoop, but
Which Aaron? There's two Aarons.
Aaron in video.
Yeah, this is my first season in the new control van, so I'm just excited about that. And you can see the control van in the satellite 3 feed. So if you're looking at the quad, it's the one in the bottom left-hand corner.
Great. And how about Aaron in navigation? Anything new that you're excited to try?
I'm just excited to be back diving. I've been this round on the ship for over 2 months of mapping. It was really great. We got to do a lot of great mapping, but it's fun to have the ROVs back in the water and get to see some of the things that we mapped. So I'm excited about that.
Great, thank you. Well, everybody online, thank you for joining us. We're live on Nautilus Live, starting our first dive. Our ROVs are descending. So this is very exciting. So Chris, somebody in the audience